mukadimah. Alright, so now so today we are supposed to discuss your videos. Do you know what's the result of the video? No?
No.
Okay,
No.
I will show you. The result it ranks from the lowest to the top. Okay, so tonight we'll only watch together the top 5. Okay, and you are the one who voted. I didn't vote. All of you voted, and the computer calculated and for each mark that you gave, and then rank it. Okay, let's see. Mana ni? Nanti. Tak ada pula. Ada. Okay, okay. Okay, so I will share my screen. Can you see? Can you see?
Yes.
Alright, so number 12 to number 1, I will just read the top 5. The top 5, number 5 goes to Teen Rebellion. Number 4 go to Family Management, Role of Father in Islamic Perspective. Number 3 goes to Toxic Parents. Number 2 goes to Work-Life Balance in Family. And number 1 goes to Domestic Violence. Okay, so can I know who's from the group on domestic violence?
Me, Doctor.
Only you?
And Afnan and Ainazlifa.
Where are they?
Me, madam.
Afnan?
Okay. Good. Congratulations. You get number 1. So are you in IUM Mahala or outside?
I am, madam.
Ain duduk kat
My
IUM.
home. At home.
Aisyah at home. Seorang ni Fatin. Who's
At
the third
home.
one?
Afnan.
Afnan kat mana?
At home.
Alah, awak at home. Okay lah Ain, saya belanja awak makan. Okay, I will see you in the Mahala. Okay, PM me ya, your friend tengok je lah gambar kita makan.
InsyaAllah, madam.
Okay, PM me. So okay, now let's watch the top 5 and we're going to discuss. The number 5 goes to Teen Rebellion. So let's watch together and discuss insyaAllah. Share screen. Mana ni? Oh, situ. Okay. So I had to get used to the Zoom. Tenang pula cakap. Okay, can you see? Boleh nampak?
Yes, madam, but it's not clear.
It's not clear?
Yeah, blurred. Like,
Huh? Sorry. I don't want it to be maximum. Let me check. Okay. All of you can you see clearly or no? Can you hear?
Yes, madam.
Today, we're going to learn about something interesting, which
Okay, so everybody, let's watch this and then I want to hear your opinion regarding the video.
is Teen Rebellion. Do you know what is rebellion? If you think someone behaves in an acceptable way and doesn't do what they are told, you can say they are rebellious. Now, let's go to the school to understand the types of rebellion. This is Ali. Ali always sleeps in class and doesn't participate in any class activity. This rebellion refers to non-conformity, which means rebels against society. While Abu
often disobey his teachers. The type of rebellion here is non-compliance, which is rebels against adult authority. Let's move to the factors of rebellion.
There are several factors that incite rebellion from teenagers. Most common reason is to seek independence from the parents. Some teens want freedom to hang out at a mall or a restaurant with their friends. And while this is normal for teenagers to demand that, some parents confuse independence with rebellion. Secondly is to look for parents' attention. Teenagers always want someone to notice them. By doing some destructive things, teens might get the attention that they don't get at home. This often occurs in a household where both parents are busy with work, leaving the teen to associate with no one but the friends, the strangers from the street. And fourth, teenagers are in the conquest of searching for an identity. So existential questions such as who am I, what am I doing here, what is the purpose of my life, etc. make them want to explore the world of the adults, looking for these answers, and some parents cannot give clear answers for the parents.
Moving on to the disadvantages of teen rebellion. The first one is
Abnormal rebellion that happens when teenage experiments on drugs, alcohol, and fornication, which is wrong by law and by religion. This experience then leads life full of malice and anger, as all those things affect one's clear judgment of reality.
Now, we're gonna take a look on the current issue on teen rebellion. From the newspaper Sinar Harian 2019, Mira, not a real name, shared her story about her willingness to break her own grandmother's house to steal valuable things to buy drugs at the age of 14. Solutions. First, set behavioral expectations. Parents can set some practical ground rules at home for their children to behave accordingly, exposing them to which behaviors are acceptable or not, as an obedience on them. Second, guidance. Parents are often needed in helping the teens to filter the negative actions. If they make an unfavorable behavior, guide them with patience. Islamic way in dealing with teen rebellion. First, evaluate the family Islamic knowledge. In a family, the responsibility of the parents is to guide their children close to the religion, as they are the set of models for them. Second, deal with kindness and compassion. Parents must develop their understanding towards the children by speaking gently and kindly even when misunderstanding occurs.
Before we end this video, let's see what does Allah say in the Quran.
Okay. Okay, everybody, you watched that, right? Who's from Teen Rebellion group? Are you here?
Yes, madam.
Yes,
Siapa?
madam.
Who are you?
Iza Shakira, Iza Azmar, and Nazifa.
Okay, great. So why do you choose to do this topic?
We choose this topic because we are the we are the past the age of teen rebellion, so we know like at that phase we um we
So you rebel before?
also
So you rebel before?
like maybe some of my friends rebel, and I'm one of the teen that rebel too.
Okay, okay. Any question from the floor? Any question from any of you regarding the topic or the video presentation? Or any comment? Kau komen je saja. Tak ada komen ke? Ahmad Taufik, give some comment.
Okay, madam. Overall, my comment on the video is quite good.
No, regarding
Giving
the topic lah, topic.
regarding to the topic about the rebellion. For me, this topic is good because today we heard a lot of news about the problem of teens that have problem of teen that we need to find the solution, and is what I want to say.
Are you tired?
Not really tired, man. But I'm lost of idea.
So it's not interesting that you have no idea to comment, huh? Is that it?
This topic interesting, but I have no idea to comment a lot. But
okay,
I like it.
Oh, you've been nice. Okay. So, all right. So, okay. Thank you for the no comment on Ahmad Taufik. Generally, a general comment. You're saying it's an important topic because nowadays we have many problems on teen rebellion. Any other people want to comment? Memang tak ada. Saya akan pilih mereka-mereka yang bertuah. Ain Nabiha. Tahniah. Okay, bagus-bagus. Silakan.
From the video, we know that the solutions or the ways of teen rebellion is based on the parents have to understand the children. But how about the parents that hilang macam don't do their tanggungjawab, macam dia biarkan anak dia macam tu. That is my question.
So yes, the question by Ain is that how so if the parents are good, they will take care, and the teen have to respect the parents. What if the parents themselves are not doing their responsibility, right? That's the question. The three of you, 3 orang tadi the expert on teen rebellion, please answer. You know who you are, and then kena saya spotlight.
I think if the parents is neglecting their children, the friends or the school, maybe the university, the counselors can take charge of that to lead them to the right way back.
Lead the parents to the
I don't know, lead the children back.
Tapi sekarang ni parents tu yang tak responsible. Also, maknanya you cannot do anything to the parents. Let's help the children. That's what you're saying.
Since I don't know.
Okay, one opinion. Thank you, Iza. Anybody else wants to answer that question from the team or outside of the team? What should you do if it's in that case, in that situation? Ada tak situation tu in real life?
Ada.
Memang ada. Oleh itu, so if you are in that situation, or you know of a friend or family in that situation, what should we do? Please answer. Who else in your group, Iza?
Nazifa, but she's having problem with internet connection right now, so it's just two of us.
Oh, the two of you. So you are the spokesperson. Okay. All right. So anybody wants to help to answer that question? This is real life. Okay, brothers and sisters, I will tell you. Okay, can you hear me? Kan saya bercerita banyak-banyak tak dengar. Pelat. Okay, so
Yes.
okay, so I had a student, not my student, my friend's student, because she cannot handle the student, so she called me to listen to the problem of the student. Basically, the student ran away from the house. Undergraduate student lah. Now you're talking about teen. I don't know. You are no longer teen, right? All of you are still teenagers or no? No, you're adult. Tapi kadang-kadang perangai macam teenager lah. So this girl then ran away, rebel to the parents. So if we don't know the situation, we say, oh, sister, she's a sister. She ran away. She doesn't want to go home, and the parents starting to call the university. And then there's something with the financial, the money, and then the mother, the father and mother divorced. So or the father's dead, something like that. She's living with the mother, and the mother then filed to the police station regarding the daughter, regarding the financial and also basically financial lah, pinjam duit tak bagi. So imagine a mother do that. So the children, the sister rebel by not going home. So after listening to but the problem is we listen only one side to the student. I think what the student did also not, because of the the environment of the family. I think the sister also don't have strong Islamic background. So the way she spoke about the mother also not very nice. And then she said the mother also always say bad words towards her. Can you imagine? So nanti kita ada tajuk toxic family parents. Tapi ni going for toxic parents lah. So basically, in this teen rebellion case, it's rarely that we can change the parent. So that's why, but we can advise. So the society should advise the parents. But normally adults, they would change. So in that case, as mentioned by the sister Iza, yes, somebody has to take care to help the teen, so that the teenager, so that he or she will not rebel anymore, or find a good place for him or her to relieve. But it's difficult when your parents say you are stupid, your parents say that. So I think but the case for the teen rebellion in this video is when the parents are good, but the teen rebel for certain things, I think, right? So and during teenager, brothers and sisters, when you have, I don't have children teenager yet. I only have a daughter which is 10 years old. She still listens to me, and she still hugs me. So not rebel yet. So but normally rebel in the age of 13, 14, 15, and like many teenagers, I also rebel before. But one thing, when is the nature of the teenager to rebel. But if you give the Islamic knowledge strong, the teenager will feel guilty for rebelling. So sometimes the teenager will not listen to the mother or father at that time. So we need to find somebody who can give advice to the teenager so that they will not rebel. So if you see your brothers or sisters at home rebelling to your parents, you need to talk nicely to your brothers and sisters. First, you do not rebel to your parents. We have no right to rebel to our parents, even our parents is the Fir'aun. Musa, Nabi Musa, his stepfather is Fir'aun, the worst human being in the entire world or universe or history. But that's the stepfather of Prophet Musa. But when Allah SWT asked Prophet Musa to go and do da'wah to Fir'aun, in the Quran, Allah says, go and speak layinan, with the soft words. Do not shout, so that maybe his heart will will soften. So that's Fir'aun, who kill people easily. So that's why it's a if you have so the teenager need to understand this. Whatever it is on this parent and you, if not the teenager, we all of us. That's ayah that the in the video says fala takul lahuma uffin. Don't say to them oof. Oof means ma. Ma, we say ma, mama. Or, oof macam we Malay say or maybe Arab they use oof, or any words that macam show your, what's the word show your ketidakpuasan hati, show your you are not happy, you cannot show. You understand? So in Islam, this is very important concept, brothers and sisters. Now we're talking about parenting, but we also need to think of us as the son and daughter. In the Quran, another ayah says we have to lower our wing. If you can imagine, we have wings. So Allah says we have to lower like this, our wing to our parents. Even though you are the president of SRC, even though you are the CEO or president or prime minister of Malaysia, with the parents, you always need to bow down. You need to always, humble yourself. Okay. So even though, yeah, this is I'll give you. Even though your parents ask you to do something illogical, but still within Sharia. Okay. So for example, this is important, brothers and sisters, as a Muslim. There's a lot of hadith stating how the children need to behave to the parents. And it's go beyond. Islam is like putting the level of the parents very high, to the extent that in the another ayah that Allah says you need to obey your parents if as long as the parents doesn't ask you to do syirik. Okay, doesn't do syirik. So for example, your mother say, come lah balik kampung, yeah, I miss you. And I say, mother, I'm working. I'm working like crazy. My boss don't give me anything. I'm very tired. I have children. La 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 la. In Islam, you should say, yes, ma, I will go home. No excuse. That's Islam. And if you do that for the sake of Allah, Allah will take care of you. Don't do it for the sake to get the inheritance money. Do it apa? Pusaka. Some people do it like for that. No, if you do it for the sake, because Allah says to obey your parents. So if you obey your parents for Allah's sake, it means that you're obeying Allah, and Allah will take care of you. So you have to lower down, even though your parents actually are not educated. Cleaner, for example. I have students, the mother is a cleaner in a hotel. So even cleaner, they cannot think very far. You are doing PhD or you're doing degree in law or in engineering, so you are very smart, right? No, regardless what degree you are with your parents, you always humble yourself. This is a reminder to all of you and to me, and that is Islam. That is Islam. So it means that we need to understand that, and our daughters, we need to teach our son and daughters to understand that. Okay, so that's a bit, because I need to say this because sometimes we forget that Islam teach us this, teach us to obey our parents as long as they don't ask us to do syirik or anything against Sharia. We have to follow. Say, oh, dia kata, Atira, you look nice actually if you don't wear tudung. You cannot lah, because it's against Sharia. But if it's things that makes you very tired and illogical, but you still have to do it because they are our parents. Okay, and do it for the sake of Allah, and Allah will help you. Okay, I think that's anything you want to add on Teen Rebellion before we go to the next video or question? No. No, okay, let's go to the next ranking number 4, which is apa? Father kan? Betul tak? Number 4 just now. Kat mana pula ni? Number 4 goes to family management, role of father in Islamic perspective. Okay, so let's watch that one. Role of father. Kejap. Macam mana nak pergi balik ni? Role of father in Okay, I will share. So let's watch this one together, and I want you to watch critically and comment and ask questions. Bismillah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to all my fellow friends. Our topic is family management, role of father in Islamic perspective. First, starting with introduction, position of father in Islam, father duties and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as an role model. Introduction. Some people think that father role is to provide for the children and that's it. However, the role of fathers Muslims goes beyond providing financial to his family. It is his duty to provide his family with a loving, peace and family atmosphere and lead his family towards loving Allah and enjoying a successful, happy and righteous life. Position of father in Islam. The most important role of father is a family's leader. As a leader, the father must set a good example to his family, both wife and kid. Besides for providing formal education for children, the father also play a role in teaching the religious of his children. But best example can be referred to Surah Luqman verse 19 where Luqman advised to his son. So it is part of duty to help the kids build the connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala properly. Another advice is don't tell your children go and pray otherwise you go to hell, but tell them come and pray with me so we can enter Jannah together. That's all.
So for the next content is the father's duty. Father's role as provider of economic needs. In Surah Al-Baqarah verse 233 stated it is his father's duty to provide them with maintenance and clothing according to custom. This determines that it is the father's duty to support his child. The next is father's role as protector to their children. The fathers not only protect the family in terms of physical danger, but also protect his children from negative elements and guides them towards the right paths. The other point is father's role as an educator. Father play a meaningful role in positively contributing to their child education and literacy development. In Islam, education is not limited to bookish knowledge, but includes moral and religious training also. Lastly, or the last of the point, father's role as a good friend. Being a good father should also educate and treat their children like friend. As a friend, a father will be a good listener for their child problem and find a way to solve it, so their children becomes comfortable with their father. This is related from the hadith by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Fear Allah and treat your children fairly with equal justice. Thank you.
Next, we move to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as an role model. There are 4 values that we can take from the Prophet Muhammad. The first one is affection. In the hadith, it said that Prophet Muhammad always shows the affection to his family. When we become a father or a mother, we should show to our children affection because it will build a strength in the bond of our family. The second value that we can take from the Prophet Muhammad is patience in daily frustration. In the hadith, it said that Prophet Muhammad never sighed when he did the job for Allah. In our real life, we should never sigh in Allah's allegation because it means that we are ungrateful. So, as a father, we should handle the crisis in our family with professional. The last value is fairness. In Hadith, Prophet Muhammad says to the An-Nu'man bin Bashir's father that he must treat all of his children equally. We should never bias one of our children because they are special. This is because there are many disadvantages when we bias one of our children, so it will give bad impact to the family. This picture show a man said, "O messengers of Allah, I have wealth and a son, and my father wants to take all my wealth." He said, "You and your wealth belong to your father." It means that our father is a leader in our family, so we must respect them. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good. So we know the three of you there. You can see your faces. Nice video. Okay. So any comments or question regarding father role? Okay, Aisha and Safia, you can leave if you have a test tonight, no problem. Okay, the rest of you still with me, right? Any comments on this? So why you chose this topic? The team.
Okay. Actually, for the beginning, is the group is only I and Taufik, and after that, Alimin joins our group. So that this is Taufik ideas, because actually we are we are a father and we have a kid, and then if we search in the internet or in the media social, this is a few information or few message is about the father. There are a lot about the mother and about the parent. So we try to create this video. Actually, the video is created by Alimin, because Alimin ada bakat kan. Kami ada bakat dapat video ni, just so and then Amina Alimin, insyaAllah satu hari ni pun dia akan jadi father juga.
Okay, good. Okay, so yes, so that because you are a father, then you want to understand so you can implement in your family, right? Ada any question on this or comments on this video from the floor? Farah Hazwani, what do you think?
About the topic. I think the info about the role of father is comprehensive, since she appreciate the role of mother. Since the role of mother is a lot of comment.
Is it a complete sentence? What did you say?
No, since the role of mother is being most of discussion by most people, but the role of father is not.
Okay. All right. So
it's not being like.
Boleh lah, tak apa. I think because of your internet, we cannot hear you properly. Okay, I'm just checking. I like to check so that you don't sleep, and then you are paying attention to the video. Okay, so the what do you call it? Actually, father's figure is actually very important. Okay, who can tell me the father figure in the Quran? Who can tell me the father figure in the Quran? That Allah stated in the Quran as with the father figure. UIE student, come on. Do you understand my question or no? Ahmad Fikri, do you understand my question?
Yes.
So, do you know who? Give me the father figure that Allah recorded in the Quran. Rakam mentioned in the Quran.
I think Prophet Muhammad.
As a father in the Quran?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, all right, good attempt. But from my knowledge, maybe I'm wrong. But if you know, then you can prove me wrong. Other people? Let's ask the expert the three in the member answer my question.
Luqman, in Surah Luqman.
Okay, Luqmanul Hakim next.
Luqmanul Hakim.
Other than Luqman, ada seorang satu, Ahmad Taufik satu, Aminul satu. Alimin.
Apa Nabi Yusuf?
Nabi Yusuf as a father? Nabi Yusuf as a father?
Bapanya Nabi Yaakob.
Yes, good. Next is
No. Bapanya.
Bapanya, which is Yaqub. Okay, next. Is there any more example in the Quran of a father figure?
Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Yunus.
Yes, Ibrahim, great. Yunus? Yunus? Are you sure it's Yunus? Taufik?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Ibrahim, yes. Ibrahim talk about make doa. So in Quran, there are a lot of father figures, and it's rarely mother figures in the Quran about as a parent. They normally talk about parents, but in the Quran, many actually the father figures, and the father figures is actually making doa and educating the children, which is we rarely know and we rarely highlight. And the world nowadays, our society are crumbling because the father, the father crumbles. The father doesn't know their role in the family. So not only as a leader, as mentioned in the group, there are many things, especially of educating the moral behavior and the aqidah. وإذ قال أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإذ قال لقمان لابنه وهو يعظه يا بني لا تشرك بالله. So in the ayah, Luqman, Allah, of all people, Allah recorded Luqman's conversation with his son. So it shows that, especially if you have a son, the father make sure have a good relationship with the son. Even Prophet Yusuf, another story with the son and father. Prophet Yusuf was young when he was a child, and the father was Yaqub, and the son had a dream. Kids like 5 years old have a dream, say, oh, ayah, father, I have a dream. Last night I dreamed of a dinosaur. The dinosaur trying to run away from me. So as a father, you say, okay, you are just small kid. I discard your dream. But in the Quran, Allah state that actually the father Yaqub pays very attentive attention to whatever Yusuf was saying, including the dream, because he said, Father, Father, I think last night, apa, ahad asyara kaukaban, 11 kaukaban stars and the moon coverage prostrate, sujud on me. Okay, that was the dream of Yusuf. He said, oh, my father, last night I dreamed like this. And then the father take it very seriously, and then the father knows it's actually a sign that Yusuf will be a great person one day. But the father advised Yusuf not to tell his other brothers, because the other brothers are very jealous of Yusuf. So, you know, even in the family of prophet, they also have siblings, adik-beradik, who are quarreling with each other. But the role of the father is very important. The father need to be extremely patient. Fasabrun jamil. And at the end, you know the story in Surah Yusuf, at the end, everybody repented, although they tried to kill Yusuf even. But at the end, the brothers all repented, bertaubat, do taubah, and then in the end, they have become a strong family. But and there's none in the story the role of the mother. It's about father. It's very important, you know, significant. And Ibrahim also make dua in the Quran about when leaving Prophet Ismail in this, you know, desert. Please make this Makkah at that time to be, because Makkah at that time was a desert. And the father make dua to Allah. That is the role of the father. Need to always make dua. Not only the mother need to make dua like crazy. But father tak kisah. So, okay. So that's a role of father. It's very important and significant. So you can go and read this just a spark. There are a lot more. Go and read more in the Quran about role of fathers and what is the significance. How do they deal? And another thing, father is very soft. Ya bunayya. Bunayya means, oh, my beloved son. It's not like my son. Ya bunayya la tushrik billah. That's the advice of the father to the son. So it's very beautiful how the father advised. Allah is teaching the father how to give advice to the son. La tushrik billah. Do not do shirik to Allah. And then and about aqidah, then about akhlaq, also in the ayat in the Surah Luqman. Okay, we don't have time, but you can go and read the tafsir of Surah Luqman. Okay, any more comments on that video? Father figure?
Madam,
Yeah.
can I ask something?
Yes.
Yeah. If the husband has wife who not suitable for babysitting or parenting their children, what the husband must to do to their children? Like if the wife says a bad word to their children, what the husband to do to their children?
What the husband has to do to the children, or what the husband has to do to the wife?
To their children, madam.
So, the husband has to do nothing to the wife?
Sorry, madam.
So you say the father need to do something to the children?
No. Of course, the father should do something to the wife because the bad attitude for the children. But how's the father face their children if the fathers know their wife is not suitable for their children?
Not suitable. Not suitable. Huh?
Not good to babysit. Not good to do the babysitting because.
Okay. Please answer group father group. 3 people. Thank you for the question. Brothers, answer. Father cepat.
Okay, I try to give an answer.
Okay.
As a father, when your wife has saying bad thing to the children, right?
Yes.
So what should fathers do? First is we have to advise our our wife, not to say bad thing, and be cool and try to reflect ourselves, because the children act based on the action, based on what the parent act. So as a parent, we cannot show the bad things in front of our children. If we have a some quarrel. If so, don't do it in front of our children. Try to solve the problem behind them, and the best way is give more good example to our children. That is my answer lah.
Okay.
Maybe someone can help to add.
Okay, thank you. That someone, who are the someone in the group?
Okay, actually, in married, when you are married, you are the husband, you are the leader, and you should have know how to lead your wife. So why you accept your wife? So you know the bad thing and the good thing about your
You
wife.
accept your wife because she's beautiful. Then?
There's follow the person. So when you have a child, you especially you have the burden of the responsibility to teach them, or to because your child every day your child grows and learn learn and make the example to his or her circumstances,
You are
to
not answering the question.
build the attitude. So especially I not give the answer, I just add the answer.
Okay. Yeah, no add.
So my opinion, this is just my opinion. As a father or as a husband, it is our responsible to build or to create your family, to teach. Macam tu lah.
Okay, I think maybe that's the answer of a lawyer that doesn't give real answer. Maybe, I don't know. We engineers, we answer directly. I don't know, just kidding. Okay, Adlia. So your question on the what the father has done need to do with the children. Okay, number one, although number one very important is actually the responsibility of the husband to teach the wife. If the wife are not good, the husband will be responsible in the day of judgment. That's why you have to choose your wife wisely, right? That's why number one choice is actually with the deen. But if you're already done because she's so beautiful that you marry her, then because you are in love with her, it's fine. But you have the extra work to educate, to give tarbiyah, to educate your wife. So, and because if the wife is not being educated properly, nothing will change. You cannot. The children will always look to the mother. That's why it's extremely important to have good individuals in the family. The mother and the father must be good Muslims. Okay, and both of them need to know that we need to always improve ourselves. Okay, if we do mistakes, we ask Allah to forgive us. So regarding the children, the husband need to advise the wife and also advise the children to explain that what is right and what is wrong to one extent. And as much as possible, is the responsibility for the husband to educate the wife, to make sure the wife doesn't do that anymore. Because in the end, it will be damaging to the children. That's my answer lah. Adlia. So basically, just dealing with the children alone will not solve it. You need to deal with the mother. But the children, the father need to be friend to the children, so the children can explain. The mother say this, the mother hit me here, the mother so that the father can advise the mother. If the husband cannot advise the wife, what should you do? No answer. Make dua, pray. Yes. Wake up at night. Do qiyamul lail and ask Allah, Ya Allah, please make my wife a good wife. Or Ya Allah, show me the right way what to do. If it's in the end become extremely damaging and your children are becoming worse, you need to ask Allah what's the right path to do, whatever the right path. Even if even if divorce will help the family to go to Jannah, then maybe divorce is the right way. So you need to evaluate properly and go and seek advice of people of knowledge. So you need to go to the people, the older people, say I have this problem, what to do? Please give advice to my wife, something like that. Okay, even the husband is the same as sometimes the husband is the one who are crooked, right? The father. What the wife should do? The wife should do make dua, try your best and ask for advice. In the end, if you cannot deal with it, then ask Allah to show you the right path. Okay, I'm not advocating because divorce is halal, but Allah doesn't like it. But it's a way. If it gives you the path to Jannah, why not? Okay, why not? So, but there's a whole surah in the Quran about at-talaq. There's a surah on divorce. The whole surah, the name of the surah is at-talaq. And if you read the surah and you read the tafsir of the surah, it's amazing, beautiful. What's so beautiful about talaq? The beautiful is how Allah advised the people who want to go through divorce. It's not the divorce that you see in the drama, in the TV. That's not right. In the Quran, they tell you how to do the divorce properly and with what Allah, how Allah wants it. So Allah still give it that. Otherwise, Allah will not put an entire surah called At-Talaq. But in Surah At-Talaq, there are a lot about taqwa. A lot about taqwa. He say the man can divorce but have taqwa. You need to really fear Allah when you do it. So make sure you don't be injustice to the wife when you divorce. You say bad words to her. You don't give nafkah to her. That's wrong. If you want to do divorce, you have to do it properly. Okay, and if you want to know, read the whole. If any of you had to go through that, read the Surah At-Talaq and read the tafsir to understand how exactly to do that. Okay, all right. So I think let's move to, thank you very much to group father. Let's go to the next group, which is number 3. Number 3, toxic parents. Okay, many of you like the topic of toxic parents now. Let's watch it. Mana toxic parents? Okay. I will share my screen now.
Assalamualaikum everyone. How are you doing? Hope we are all in a good condition. So, we are from group 11 of Family Management and Parenting. In this video, we will discuss about the topic of toxic parent. What is toxic parent? A According to the Hotline Parenthood, toxic parents are typically described as parents who consistently behave in ways that cause guilt, fear, or obligation in their children. Their actions are not isolated events, but patterns of behavior that negatively shape their children's behavior. For example, when they are overly critical and controlling of your privacy and decision, even you're an adult. And when they tend to push you to get their way without even asking your dream. However, we will provide you some solutions regarding the issue.
First, understand their position. Sometimes parents are only adults who are also trying to figure out life. They do not have mastery of life and will make their decision based on their experience and what they think is right. Second, be ready to dialogue. Often, parents also do not like to be challenged, but to deal with any toxicity from them, you need to be able to talk to them in a respectful manner. Third, show kindness and understanding. Kindness and understanding towards parents come from a place of being good to our parents. Fourth, help them seek help. Understand that in some situations, there may be need to speak out and seek the help of non-family members in resolving issues. And then last, pray for them. It may be that this toxicity that you are experiencing is not because your parents are bad people.
In Islam, the cumulative training from cradle to grave is of respecting fellow human beings. Parents are at the top of this chain. Allah has predicated His worship and obedience with that of the parents. Children are a mandate from God that parents must protect and love with all their hearts. In defining the meaning of affection, parents must also be smart not to become toxic parents. As children, we better absolutely be the best we can be. We better be good to parents under any circumstance, even when they are wrong. In Quran Surah Al-Isra ayat 23, your Lord has ordained that you must not worship anything other than Him and that you must be kind to your parents. Never yell at them, but always speak to them with kindness. And there's important dua from Quran Surah Al-Isra 24. Rabbirhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira. My Lord, have mercy upon them as they brought me up when I was small. So we should understand that human interaction, especially within families, do get real complex sometimes. But as Muslims who are committed to strengthening the ties of kinship, dealing with toxic parents is a test from Allah, a test which we should always seek His help to pass. May Allah guide us.
Okay, very nice. Who's the member of toxic parents? Sounds weird. Who's the member for this group? Are you here?
Yes, madam.
Sharon Najwa lagi?
And Yasmin Adilia and Adila.
Adila.
Okay, why you chose this topic?
Because we think this topic is very interesting.
Why you think it's very interesting?
Because maybe some people says the children always do the wrong thing, but the children not always do the wrong thing. Maybe sometimes the parents see from different ways.
Okay, thank you. Any comment, question from the floor on toxic parents? Shakira, any comments?
Madam, I am the member.
Oh, you're a member. Okay.
Yes.
Let's ask. Najiha? Nur Ezatul Najiha. Are you there? Nur Ezatul Najiha. Are you there? Oh, you're sleeping. Okay. So, do not sleep or shut off because I can catch you. I'm asking again, Nur Ezatul and Najiha, can you hear me? Nur Ezatul Najiha.
Yes, madam.
Okay, so what do you think about that topic?
Can you repeat?
So what were you doing?
I'm sorry, there is my cousin beside me asked about her.
Okay, Fikri, can you repeat the question?
Uh,
What did I
the
ask?
madam, the madam asked about the comment on the video.
Correct.
Okay, my comment about the video is the point given is simple, but we can understand because it say the meaning of toxic parents and give the viewpoint of from Islamic point of view. Okay, so for me, it is exist toxic parent, but we must see from Islamic perspective also to avoid the feeling of why I have been born in this kind of family and so on. So is it okay to is very good to have a Islamic perspective on this video. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Ezatul Najiha. Okay, good. Any more comments from the floor on the toxic parents? We had some discussion just now. Anybody wants to top up? Not madam. Okay. All right. So and as I mentioned, this happens in real life, and I really like the ending that if you in that situation, it's a test from Allah. Okay, it's a test from Allah, and we either la yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha. What does it mean? UIA student. Alamak, UIA student. Come on. La yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha. What does it mean? UIA.
Can I answer, madam?
Silakan.
Allah doesn't give us a test which is out of our ability.
Yeah, thank you, Najwa. So Allah will not give a test that we cannot handle. That's a promise from Allah. So Allah, the one who created you and me, promise all of us any test that Allah gives is actually we can handle it and we can pass the test with flying colors. Allah knows. So whatever test you are going through, Allah knows that you can go through it, but you need to prepare yourself, and also you need Allah's help in going through the test. So the same as toxic parents, some say it's not fair. Why my parents are like this? The parents of the parents of Alimin very nice. Why I see him, their parents very, smiling, walking together. My parents always quarrel. My parents hates me. So, do not compare with others. You feel down. So there's another hadith that the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, always compare to the people below you to be grateful. So whenever you feel down, whenever you feel down of anything, always look at the people below you. There's a hadith. It's a very useful advanced. So do not look at people who are of you. There are many even worse parents than your parents. So always be grateful, number one. And if your parents are very toxic, you can follow the advice there. And in the end, ask Allah to make you strong, to handle. And it's a test. If you can handle the test of the parents, and if the test is very big, maybe that is your pathway to Jannah. Okay, and all of us have pathway to Jannah, and our pathway are different depending on the situation. So you cannot say like, oh, why this person is better. All of us have to compare with our own situation. If our level is here, we need to next go to here. If your friend is already here, right? You don't compare with your friend because maybe your friend starting is already here, right? You start from here, but you already gain a lot, right? So Allah is adil. Allah is always just. So it means that do not compare yourself with others. Whatever situation Allah gives to you, try to make the best. Be grateful and try to ask Allah so that you will pass the test with flying colors. Okay. So and don't make ourselves to be the toxic parents. 9:53. Yeah, 10 minutes. Okay, so 10 minutes. I think we have how many? 2 more videos. Do we still have class like next week, right? How many more weeks we have for parents?
Yes.
How many more weeks? Is next week the last week?
3, madam.
Huh?
3, madam.
Are you sure? No, parenting is not 14 weeks. Do you know about that? Co-curriculum is not full 14 weeks or normal week. They're only like 10 or 12. Do you know? Anybody? Okay, I will need to check. I forgot. I forgot what do you call it? I forgot how many. I think at least, if not mistaken, it's only 10 weeks. If I'm not mistaken, it's only 10 weeks. So if 10 weeks, maybe next week the final week. I will check. If next week's final week, we'll finish off with the video and some recap on the final some touches that we haven't mentioned. Okay, so on the toxic parents, as I mentioned before, toxic parents, Fir'aun is a toxic parent. And not only, I just, while we are in parenting and family management parenting, in Surah At-Tahrim, at the end of the surah, the story of the people of wanita, women who Allah praise, and women who Allah give curse. Okay, so for all sisters, very important. There are few surah that you need to learn and understand. Surah An-Nisa, Surah An-Nur, Surah Mujadalah, Surah At-Tahrim. 4 surah. Brothers, the whole Quran. Just kidding. We need to know, all of us need to know the whole Quran. But this 4 surah is very important for the sisters, you know, and for the brothers to tell your sisters, to tell your husband, you know, to tell your wife to learn this 4 surah, because it gives the characteristics of the women that Allah is pleased. And in Surah At-Tahrim at the end, Allah was saying, Allah give examples of good women and bad women. Prophet Nuh, Prophet Lut. Who knows the wife of Prophet Lut? What's the story? The wife of Prophet Lut. Anybody knows about the story?
She followed the kaum.
She followed the people. So what the people do?
LGBT, like.
So the story is, you know, Lut is a prophet. Okay, Taufik is not a prophet, Shukri is not a prophet, Alimin is not a prophet. We are just common people, but this is a prophet, you know, chosen by Allah. But the wife is like the wife of Lut. So, and Allah does this in the Quran, in that surah. Allah recorded it until the end of time, until us today, for us to learn. So Allah is saying in real life, maybe you are a good man, maybe you are a good brother, but in the end you will get wife like the wife of Lut. Okay, and does Lut love his wife? Yes, Lut loved his wife, but the wife of Lut, there's no name in the Quran. It's actually, if you read the surah, another surah about the story, the wife of the Lut actually helping the people to have access to the malaika, the angels that come to Lut's house, the handsome man. So malaika come to Lut's house, like a handsome man. So you know, the people that cannot see any handsome man, if they see handsome man, they want to have the man for themselves. But so Prophet Lut tried to make it a secret. However, the wife give the access to the people. So the wife betrays, khianat, Lut, and you know what happens in the end? You know what happens in the end? The story of Lut and the wife. Anybody? What happens?
Terbalik, bumi terbalik.
Saya terbalik apa ya? Saya terbalik macam mana? What do you mean?
Allah balikkan kawasan bila. I don't know English.
Cakaplah bahasa Inggeris. Terbalik. Okay, saya ingat saya terbalik tadi. Okay. So then terbalik tu the kaum. So what happens? I'm not asking what happened to tapi the wife also part of it. So in the end, Allah punish the people of Lut, kaum Sodom. Kata Sodomi kan, is from the people of Sodom. The people that the kaum ni nama dia Sodom. Now people say Sodomi. Sodomi tu buat benda yang tidak baik itulah. Tak apa. Ada soalan dalam. So apa in the end, when Lut, Allah asked Lut to go away from that place to another place and then leave your wife. So at that time Allah give instruction for Lut to leave the wife, meaning she is no longer your wife, and she's being punished with the people of Sodom, where the earth are being, upside down, capsized. So they're all dead. Okay, so that's and in the Surah At-Tahrim, Allah talk about number one, wife of Lut and wife of Nuh. Okay, Nuh, normally we know the story of the son of Nuh. Go and find and read lah about, even a prophet can have a son who doesn't believe. So it doesn't mean that if you are a bad person, your son is actually bad. It's a test from Allah. So as long as we try our best and our heart is clean, we hope for Jannah. So in that surah it's about these two. Berapa dah ni? Alamak, 10. And in Surah At-Tahrim, Allah also said mentioned about the good wives. Okay, example of good wives. Number one, Asya. In the Quran, Allah doesn't say the name of Asya. He said the wife of the Fir'aun. The wife of the Fir'aun is recorded in the Quran until the end of time. Why? Go and read what actually Asya did. Okay, so sisters, if you want to be good sisters, good wife, read about Asya. And the husband of Asya is actually Fir'aun, the worst human being in the world. And finally, the best, example, Asya is an example of a wife. And in the end, example of a single person is actually Maryam. At the end, Allah talk about Maryam. Maryam never had a husband. So it doesn't mean that you never married, madam. Maybe I will never marry in my entire life. It's fine. You can also get Jannah. Jannah is not only for people who are married. Jannah is for everybody. If Allah ordained you to become like Maryam, doesn't have a husband, it's fine. And in the Quran, Allah mentioned the characteristic of Maryam, beautiful. And all of us should have that characteristic of Maryam. If you get that, you are a good sister. So go and read lah. We don't have time. It's already 10:01. Okay, so brothers and sisters, there are many excellent examples and advices in the Quran. Is there. It's just for us to go and read and understand. So it's a shame that we are a Muslim, but we don't know what's in the Quran. So always go and learn. While you're in IIUM, go and learn. Okay, let's end the class until next week, inshallah. Can we have a brother to recite doa, please? Somebody who haven't ataupun second cycle dah. Who you are? Nak tidur dah, semua penat kan. May Allah bless all of you, forgive you and give barakah in your time. And hopefully whatever you learn, I hope you learn something in the class and you become a better person, inshallah, and a better parents one day. Amin. Okay, one doa please. Kita ada berapa berat je, brothers.
I will decide.
Siapa? Siapa nak recite?
Alimin.
Silakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma inna nas'aluka lasamatan fid din wa afiyatan fil jasad wa ziyadatan fil ilmi wa barakatan fil rizqi wa tawbatan qabla al-maut wa rahmatan indal maut wa maghfiratan ba'da al-maut. Allahumma hawwin alaina fi sakaratil maut wa najatan minan nar wa afin hisab. Rabbana la tuzigh qulubana ba'da idh hadaytana wa hab lana min ladunka rahmah innaka Rabbana arina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wasallam. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Thank you very much, Brother Ali. Let's end the class today with Tasbih Kifarah and Surah Al-Asr. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal 'asr. Innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa 'amilus solihat wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.